Welcome back. The police top hierarchy has released a list of 21 new state commissioners of police. According to the Force Public Relations Officer, Commissioner of Police Emmanuel Ojukwu, the new commissioners to take over with immediate effect are Kayode Aderanti for Lagos State, Usman Baba for Delta State, Dan Baturu for Rivers State, and Clement Adoda for Borno State, among others. The postings, according to the police, is part of the repost positioning exercise of the force intended to improve service delivery. The force PRO explained that there is no act of malice in the police and advised all new commissioners of police to resume at their new postings as soon as possible.
First Bank.
Good evening, welcome to Business News. I am Adeshewa Josh. As the financial markets resume, analysts anticipate the Naira will hover between 161 to 162 Naira to the dollar. For this week's market outlook, here's Harriet Agbeyi.
Financial market outlook for the week as activities pick up. At the bond market, prices are expected to be mixed on anticipated bargain hunting and sell-off initiated by the prevailing liquidity strain on the market. Interbank rates are expected to rise on anticipated strain in financial system liquidity and absence of any major financial inflow. Now, this is owing to lack of treasury bill sales by the CBN. In the previous week, the Apex Bank auctioned treasury bills worth 182.85 billion naira via the primary market. And market watchers anticipate upward pressure on the naira-dollar exchange rate on the back of sustained high dollar demand by end users, and is still expected to hover around 161 to 162 naira to the dollar. In the just concluded week, the local bourse witnessed overall bearish activities, but analysts at Kauri Asset Management Limited anticipate a mixture of buy and sell pressure as investors seek profits despite expected bargain hunting. And that's the financial forecast for the week. I'm Harriet Agbeyi.
Thanks, Harriet. And in line with analysts' projection for the week, the Naira firmed against the dollar today at the interbank market after some offshore funds bought the local currency to meet their local obligations. The currency closed at 162 Naira, 36 kobo to the greenback, marginally firmer than Friday's close of 162 Naira, 40 kobo. Dealers say the Nigerian units of some foreign banks sold the greenback to participate in the bond market on behalf of their offshore clients, boosting support for the Naira. They anticipate dollar sales by the NNPC, which accounts for the bulk of the dollars traded on the interbank market. Let's cross over to the Nigerian equities market, where the all-share index resumed the week 0.13% higher. Bisi Adebayo gives us a summary of today's trading figures.
Hello and welcome to the stock market report. The Nigeria equities market resumes the week on a positive note on mixed gains, pushing the all-share index 0.13% higher at 41,214.82. Market capitalization stood at 13.60 trillion naira. UACN led 27 other price appreciators with 1 naira 11 kobo added to its share value. Now Lafarge, Wavco and UBN were also on the gainers list. On the flip side, Guinness lost 5 naira 20 kobo to lead Monday's top decliners and is followed by PZ and Ashaka Cement. Dangote Cement, UB Capital and Transcorp were the major contributors to market turnover. When stocks crossed the finish line, investors had exchanged 479.79 million units of shares worth 50.70 billion naira in 4,168 deals. And that's a wrap on the stock market reports. I am Bisi Adebayo.
Thanks a lot, Bisi. And finally, on Business News tonight, for the second quarter of the year, latest figures from the National Bureau of Statistics shows the nation's economy grew by 6.54%. This is 1.14% higher than the 5.4% recorded in the corresponding quarter of 2013 and 0.33% higher than the 6.21% recorded in the first half of the year. After adjusting for inflation and other macroeconomic variables, the country's GDP now stands at 16.08 trillion naira. The services sector accounted for the largest share of the real GDP in the period under review, amounting to 8.54 trillion naira. For the same period also, average daily crude oil production increased to 2.21 million barrels per day from 2.11 million barrels per day in the corresponding quarter of 2013. The non-oil sector of the economy grew by 6.71%. The telecommunications sector contributed 9.25%, while the real estate sector added 7.87% to the total GDP. And that's business news tonight. The news at 10 continues in a moment.
First Bank.
Still ahead of the news at 10, a new champion will be crowned tonight in the US Open as Japan's Kei Nishikori and Marin Cilic clash in the men's final. That will be in sports news. Just stay with us.